complete opposite of what he was doing. So he went from 50% fat diet, all animals, and then he went to like super low fat diet, like 10% fat type of diet. And that really
say,
what he was doing.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Oh,
did you say 50% fat?
Yeah.
Because it was more like, it was actually 2-to-1 fat to protein.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it'd be 67% fat.
Got it. So
a lot of fat.
Lots of fat. So high triglycerides is expected. So, but a normal allopathic medicine doctor in the US does not know how that works when you're on a strict diet and why those numbers. So she was kind of freaking out. So that was interesting because she's normally like used to our quirky antics, but like that number was something that kind of put her over the top. But we're excited to see how quickly you can normalize those triglycerides on a whole food plant-based diet, because I've seen people like cut their triglycerides in half in like a matter of 10 days on that type of diet. Like that's
10 days. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like someone from a Western diet that just has normal elevated triglycerides, like not 800, but like normal elevated for the average
like
person.
200.
Yeah. So they've been able to like significantly reduce it if they're 100% on the whole food plant-based way that we do. With Graham, I'm trying to remember because we were doing that, but you had a couple of cheat days here and there, and I don't know what that full flow was for you.
Yeah.
So there are some variables, because coming off of that starvation type of diet, it's harder to be as strict with all the other things. So he did dabble with some more fatty items like nuts and almond butters at times, where I'd catch him and be like, yo, bro, you're doing the low fat this time around. So
my body was like, eat every single calorie you can see, because we don't know when we're going to get another run because of the starvation diet. So it was very revealing to me to be inside that tug of war in my head, because I've generally been good about my discipline, and that was much harder to control. So I very much sympathize with other people that have those control issues. Now, so triglycerides will be the big reveal. Should we do that last? Should we make it like one of those shows where like the good stuff's at the last? Or do we want to just jump into it and do we can do it in order, or we can do whatever we want?
Let's just do it in order, because it's gonna be hard to keep track of all the things.
Okay. And then triglycerides is one highlight. Any other things you're really curious about? Like what's
Well, what we're always tracking is the C-peptides.
C-peptides and the GAD antibodies.
So the antibody panel and the peptide numbers are the main ones. And then the triglycerides, the only reason we're paying attention to that this time is because of that diet that caused a fluke in the numbers the past time. So it's more of, I'm curious to see what percent gets cut in a 3-month. Is it 3-month time span that this would
about
be?
That, yeah.
Yeah. So if you can go from 600 to normal in 3 months, like that's a huge voucher for the power of the whole food plant-based. So if there's someone who's like 200 plus range, like y'all can get that done real quick, right? Like in at least 3 months, you can normalize anybody. So that's the deal.
It's one of those things where the hard part isn't knowing how to do it. The hard part is actually doing it. Mm-hmm. Right. I think that's where most people hit. Like, for instance, with your dad, we tried to get him on a low fat diet, and we were pulling multiple teeth.
Yeah.
So,
but it did lower it.
It worked.
Even with
cheating.
Even with junk low fat.
Low fat too. Yeah.
So hey.
How about that for a reveal? Take a sip. Why like Homer Simpson?
Why does this turn everything all red? I feel like we look orange. Or is that just a reflection?
It's probably the reflection of the red. I'm
like, we are so orange.
So we have anyway.
Okay.
Let's
get into the good stuff, the details, the lab work.
All right. We're still signed in. We're going to share. We're doing this live. We have not seen these things. You're going to see my City of Hope thing live. So this is all raw and in real, keeping it real. Okay. So we're going to go in order. Okay. And the first thing is our microalbumin. And I'm going to butcher a lot of these things unapologetically. Here we go. Creatine urine.
So that's like proteins in your urine or something?
Yeah. Your value is under 7. Standard range is
below
under 25. So I'm in range. I don't like the, like, just 1/2. Like if it's just under, I don't like it, but I guess I get it if it's 0 to that. Okay. No reference established per milligram deciliter for the urine creatine. So
we don't know what that means.
We don't know, but we can look at our graph.
Aha, I forgot about the graph.
So the graph is the past results. So the top one is.
So it looks higher than normal.
I don't like it says random. But yeah. So it went from
25 to 19 to 35.
And again, the context here, these last 3 data points are probably the most interesting data points for all of these because
cool.
This one is the 3 months after PKD. Sorry, how do I explain this? The first data point is before PKD.
Yeah.
Okay. The second data point is immediately after 3 months of PKD. Okay. So this is like the numbers on PKD. And this is the numbers after a period of plant-based after PKD.
Yeah.
So this is like the recovery from PKD on plants. The latest one is farthest on the right. The middle one is on PKD, and the first one is before PKD. Okay, so that's kind of the reference points. Just so you know, it's like June and November and February.
And I would say the first one, you were more disciplined, whole food plant-based.
Yes.
And lower glycemic. And the other one is whole food plant-based, but higher glycemic. So that's also a difference. So yeah, it's really the 3 like main variables of
three very different diets.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have a lot of information to make any kind of judgment on this. So
yeah. So next.
It's higher.
Yeah.
Don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Going back to the test results page. Okay. CBC and differential with absolute counts. Differential.
Nothing.
It's component information for this result. No component.
There is no info. Okay. Next.
Yeah, that's weird. Not even a graph.
Hemoglobin A1C.
Okay. I want a prediction on this one. What's our prediction?
So this one's after, I would say it's higher.
I say it's like I'm in the 7s or 8s. You've been doing
a lot of.
I'm gonna say 7s or 8s.
You've been doing a lot higher carbs.
Higher carbs. I was definitely going higher.
Yeah.
I was managing it with insulin because I was going higher carb, and I was enjoying life.
Yeah. So it's he was rewarding himself.
8.4. Okay.
Okay.
That's
seems
what
about
I expected.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Any other commentary on that?
No, I think we're
see,
in a transition right now.
Yeah.
So like the numbers aren't like, if they're not ideal, that's okay.
Yeah.
So
So you can see I was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
On the low carb plant-based diet.
Yeah.
And then have had some spikes, and then this is on the PKD. This is 3 months after PKD on a higher carb diet, like eating breads and stuff too. All right. And then wait, this is the A1C. Oh, that's the estimated glucose. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. Tissue transglutaminase, ABIGA. Now, I've seen this before. I forget what it means. There we go.
Antibody?
IgA antibody. Yes, antibody.
So under 2. between 0 to 3. So that's in range.
In range.
All right.
Okay. It's a good
Cool.
antibody.
Antibodies in range. That's what we want.
And we want our graph.
Oh.
1 dot. Come on, 1 dot.
All
How is
right.
that?
I guess they haven't measured this one yet.
Well, this is from 2018.
Oh. Well, that's weird. Past results, maybe?
Okay. So they just
It was a
don't
1
know-
and a 2.
They don't know how to graph the less than sign.
Oh, okay.
And guess what's also less than 2?
1.
1.
So we're good.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what it was 3 years ago. It's not a big difference. Vitamin D, which was surprisingly low last time.
Really?
A little bit from what I remember. Any predictions on the D?
I would say, I mean, you've probably been in the sun less. And you don't supplement.
Winter.
So I would say
it's also winter, so the angle of the sun's different too.
It would be
50.
It's in range.
It's in range.
Okay. Well, good. Trending downwards.
Trending down. Huh? Well, this is kind of flat, right? I think this is when I stopped supplementing around there.
Okay. So yeah, you were supplementing like crazy up there.
Earlier.
Okay, he's playing catch up.
So maybe I should get back on the D train.
Yeah.
Okay. Blood count. White blood cells.
In range.
This is good, isn't it? The lower the better with white blood cells, because those are the autoimmune, right? Those are the
yeah, that means
response.
Yeah.
So you kind of want lower, so that's all good. Hemoglobin, whole blood, in range.
Look at those numbers.
In range.
Yeah.
In range.
Looking good.
MCV.
You the MVP. MVP.
Yeah, you know me. Let's see. Oh, there I go. Goodbye. They're all in range. I don't remember these acronyms down here, though.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right.
I don't think we went through everything. I think we kind of had we picked and choose.
Okay, so dropping like it's hot.
The complete blood count.
Hematocrit, whole blood, is down but in range. Hemoglobin, whole blood is down but in range. MCH is about the same. It's been flat. MCHC, I would say it's pretty flat. Well, definitely flat from last time with the PKD. MCV is about flat. MPV is about flat. Platelet count is a little bit higher. And RBC, red blood cell count, is lower. Significantly lower. That's an interesting data point.
So platelet, what helps with clotting?
Red blood cell count. We should know these things.
No, we don't. We haven't been paying attention to these things.
Cells that circulate in the blood and carry oxygen throughout the body. Varies with age and sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing from the top search result of Google, so we'll move on. RDW. I mean, it's a lot different from that still. So I don't know if that's significant. And then white blood cells are about the same as the PKD.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Any takeaways from that?
No.
So,
it has such a broad range that it's you can't really take too much data from this. And
well,
it's
zoomed in on the range.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is interesting to me because this is lower than it was way over here in 2018.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It was trending upwards and now it's trending back downwards, which is the farther back was the more ideal range of a lot of things. So
Yeah. I also think it's interesting when things are flat on PKD and not on PKD, which to me says they're not moving. I mean,
so it's
not
borderline low, but it's been borderline low
before.
Yeah.
There and there and there. So
seems like your normal range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What else you got? Auto differential. Whatever that means. All right. So in range, 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 in range. These ones are 0. So below, yeah. So if it's 0, okay. Everything's in range. Good, good, good.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Best graph ever. All right. Were these ones that
I feel like these are ones that are always pretty similar. So
going into range here with the monocyte, absolutely.
Lymphocyte. Were you beaming a lot during this one too, or no?
I was beaming. I think these might have been the lab test that the Paleomedicina wanted to see. That's why there's only 2 data points.
Oh, there you go.
So that's interesting to see how these change for them. So maybe we can send it to them.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Comprehensive metabolic. This is.
Oh, that's where we're going to get the. Oh no, it's the lipid panel that we want. So protein, good. Albumin. In range, 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 in range. Slightly high on glucose level.
Oh, just out of range on my sodium still. So low on sodium.
Slightly low? Huh.
Look, 36.
So no wonder you crave salt all the time.
Yeah.
So I wonder why that is.
We'll Salty have to look dog.
Up because your potassium level is good. Because usually like the potassium and sodium are kind of like balanced.
Yeah.
So like if one's off.
Chlorides barely in range.
So need some more.
Oh, this is out of range. Glucose. So
yeah, glucose lower and 223. Okay. Blood urea. So that's in range. So yeah, everything's in range except for that one.
Anion gap. All right.
Oh yeah, I remember that anion gap was slightly something last time.
Yeah. Too. Okay. So PKD was out of range. Plant-based is back in range.
What was that?
Albumin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at this. Anion gap.
Whoa. So it went from high to low.
From high on plant-based
to low.
To lower on PKD. But over range still. So way underneath range.
Yeah. I remember I tried looking this one up. It was kind of confusing, and we asked the doctor about it, and she didn't really have too much to say. So I haven't figured this piece out. She kind of said like it's not
acid in your blood.
So you were more acidic, and now you're less acidic. So it seems like you'd want to be less acidic,
but not too less.
So it's kind of like a pH balance type of thing. So it's part of the electrolyte
charged minerals to help control the balance of chemicals in your body called acids and bases.
So maybe you need some minerals, like a mineral supplement.
Well, yeah, I went from having, I don't know what I was doing here, but on PKD, I had a lot of the liver and the brains and bone marrow.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't supplementing on purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't do a full supplementation this next round, so maybe that's what that is.
Yeah, I think a supplement will get you back in range. But look, all of your other plant-based, well, I guess you were supplementing with during those days. Okay, so supplements keeps you in range. Okay, everything else looks good.
Urea, nitrogen is a little bit low. Calcium.
Carbon dioxide level. That's a weird one.
So he has a pretty big change in the
So
last 3
higher
bits.
carbon dioxide levels. So what, I mean, the breathing is giving you more oxygen. The Wim Hof, were you doing that during this or no?
This last session, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty good about it. Chloride, outer range low, but now back into it.
All right.
Flat. Oh, here's something. Oh, glucose. Kind of knew that.
Yeah.
Protein total. Okay. Sodium. So this
So
says I was
weird.
low before PKD.
So what, I'm trying to think what, because all of the other times before you're
I was
completely
in
level.
range, yeah.
So what
It's
knocked
not like
out your sodium stride?
I started craving it during PKD, but it looks like this was low even before that.
You
PK
did do water fasting.
water fasting.
So maybe the water fasting got you out of.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
that's interesting.
So you're coming back up. You're creeping back up to normalizing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, snaps, y'all. Here we go. Let's see what we got. See what we got.
CPET. All right, what do we got? We got to predict this one.
Oh, this one's tough to say because I feel like this round is
This is an important round because we moved up the most we've moved up, except for that one other time, which was 3/10 of a place, right? And so if we moved up 3/10 again, I don't know what that tells us, but it's good.
So there's potential layover from PKD.
Yep.
There's potential like regression maybe, or like
From going back to plant-based?
From maybe, or so it either stays the same, goes back to where it was, or gets better, right? And I feel this is such a random cycle that like all three things have a high possibility of happening. You know, like it's really, and there's an explanation for it. So like if it went,
I'm going in.
Okay, 0.6.
I think that's down. I think
it's
0.9.
the same. No, it's up.
It's up.
Woo!
Ow! Ow!
Oh, sorry.
Rang
that was
ears.
like really echoey too.
Yeah.
That's a good clap though. Hey man.
I think they heard that around the world.
What you know about these clapping skills?
All right, so 0.6 is up 1/10. So that's good.
That's really good.
And it's also, but it's one way to interpret this is you see where we started and where PKD brought us.
Well,
so
yeah,
PKD brought us from a 0.2 to a 0.5.
Yeah.
And now the same amount of time on a plant-based diet, it went from a 0.5 to a 0.6.
1 point. Okay.
1 point, but it like slowed down its trajectory. So that may be one interpretation of it.
Okay.
Something to mill over?
Yeah. Well,
what
so now the next round is what's going to confirm what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this next round, I'm excited because you have the nebulizing
silver,
which is very good for the immune support response.
So I like it. Moving in the right direction.
Woohoo!
C-reactive, high sensitivity, your value under 2, 0.2. So we're in range.
So we're in range. C-reactive protein, that's systemic inflammation.
Okay.
So that means that's good. Low inflammation.
Low.
So it was real high back when. Look at that.
Yeah.
I wonder what.
Okay, guys.
Lipids. Oh, see,
get
naturally.
your lipids ready. Lipids.
Where are we at?
Do you really want to see?
Yeah.
Triglycerides. That's the one that's the 800 one.
Yeah. So where is it? Oh, here we go.
Boom!
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 How you like that?
Boom! Kenya. Boom!
We got to record next session so Dr. F can be like, her eyes can pop out of her eyes again, because I don't think she knows triglyceride levels can move that fast.
She saw him go up real fast.
Yeah, that's true.
But she can see him go down real fast.
So everything
Boom.
in range. Like, this is such evidence to how powerful your lifestyle is.
Yeah.
And people think, oh my God, my cholesterol is going to be like this forever. There's nothing I can do.
Standard range under 150.
Wow. From 800 to 143. Y'all.
Yeah.
Wow. You got to post that. You got to post the side by sides. Look at that. Look at that. Woo.
800.
It went right back to perf. Oh man, that's so good. This is the poster for plant-based diets right there. All right.
Oh, that was cholesterol.
Oh, is that cholesterol?
Thing, yeah. HDL, which is the good cholesterol.
Yeah. Back on up.
Went up from PKD. That's interesting. The LDL went down from PKD, 300, which is bad, to that 130, I think it was.
No.
Show me your there. The LDL. No, this is the triglycerides.
A little pyramid.
So right back to where it started on.
Yeah.
Huh? 143. Oh.
Yep.
So.
And you were eating lots of carbs, lots of breads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
I
like
wouldn't say lots. I was saying definitely more than over here.
Yeah.
Way more than 2018 and 2019.
And look, it's like almost the same level as
it's
those times.
Level.
So it's really, so people are on this whole carb kick, like, oh my God, I can't have carbs. That's what's causing all these issues. It's like, bro, it's not. Take that butter off your carbs or get that oil off your carbs.
Yeah.
So
cook without olive oil.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool. I like this. I like this data here. That's pretty cool.
Do you want it for your channel?
Oh yeah, totally.
I will only charge you $5 royalties. Okay. We're turning into little red ghost people.
Mm-hmm. The sun is going down.
We should turn on our lights, actually.
That's true. Let me turn it on while you get the... Woo, this is a fun one.
All right. Insulin and antibodies assay. Dun, 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 dun. Your value is 10. The standard is empty.
Insulin antibodies. So reference is below 5. Or so negative is below 5, positive is above 5. Insulin autoantibody.
Okay. So we're positive for insulin antibodies.
Insulin. So what does that mean?
Interesting.
Because that means something with insulin. So if insulin antibodies are present,
I don't know the full details, but it's something that measures the, did you want to look it up?
I'll look it up while you continue doing your thing.
It checks to see if your blood has produced antibodies against insulin. Antibodies are proteins the body produces to protect itself when it detects anything foreign, such as a virus or transplanted organ.
So this is testing to see if there's something that could potentially be attacking insulin.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So it's low. It's positive, but it's low.
So that's good. So that it's
as low as it was on the PKD almost.
Yeah. So that's not attacking.
So the PKD could potentially have had a, so when you see this curve, right, down and flat or up and flat, it means PKD potentially could have had a lasting effect.
That's true. Yeah. So that's, so I'm curious, I'll read up more on it after the fact, but So it's either there's antibodies for insulin and beta cells, like two separate things potentially. So something could be, you could be producing the normal amount of insulin, but if there's high antibodies against that insulin, then it destroys it before it can get utilized potentially. Like, is that? I'll look it up.
Okay.
All right. So in range, what's up?
In range. This is for B12. So
Oh,
B12 is good. Gotta take your vitamins. Take your vitamins.
And you haven't been supplementing, have you?
I wasn't.
On that round?
No, I did a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you supplementing? Double X?
Double X.
Oh,
okay. GAD. Over 250. Wah, 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 wah,
this
wah,
is
wah,
the
wah.
one.
This is the one that's very consistent. And this
Exactly.
graph is very consistent because we've definitely had more than that.
Yeah. So it was lower. So that's the third time it's been in a readable range.
This is better.
Oh, here we go. So 134, 209.
Yeah. So we got it in readable range twice. We don't know why.
So I have a feeling this next round with the silver nebulizing, I think that might have another in range or readable at least.
Islet cell, ABIGG, standard range.
At the top of the range. So you're in range.
Like I've always been. It's nothing new.
Oh, okay.
Pro-insulin serum in range. I'm not trusting your graphs.
Yeah.
So this is interesting though. It's higher. I wonder if that's because of
before it was really low.
But see, look.
So I wonder if lower is better.
And we didn't take one after PKD. So we're missing a data point here.
Oh. So
2018, we were at 9. We were out of range high. Then a year later, we're on the opposite end of the spectrum. And then a year later, we're even less than that. And now we're back up at the high end of the spectrum again.
Well, I'm not sure what that is. So
it's a deep V of test results.
Yeah, so we'll look that up later.
Possible insulin secreting pancreatic tumor.
What? So reference.
Fasting
hypoglycemia.
intact.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I feel like we should know a lot more about.
Well, there's so many things. So each time we write something down, like I at least research one new thing each lab work.
I know.
So last time it was the anion gap, which even after researching it didn't really make a lot of sense, and the doctor didn't make any sense of it either. So I'm writing these ones down. I'm doing the insulin antibodies and the pro-insulin serum.
Okay.
On my research stack.
So the same as
thyroid stimulating hormone. So is that PKD. In range?
Yeah, it's in range, and it's about the same as after PKD.
Okay.
Tissue transglutaminase ABIGG in range.
Booyah.
Negative. We have a
so negative. That's for celiac gluten sensitivity. So you've always,
should be flatline.
Whoa. Oh, well, you're eating a lot more gluten.
Maybe. All right. Uric acid level. Okay.
Looks good.
Oh, but look at this. It was really high on PKD. But still in range. Higher in the spectrum. Okay. Vitamin B and folate. Check out my vitamin D level. B level.
Ooh.
Vitamin B12. Yeah.
So it's high.
It's high with not even extra supplementation. I think Double X has some, right?
Some, but not
But
a high
not a
level.
lot. Folate over 20.
So it has to be over a 5.9. Like any number
Yeah.
over a 5.9. That's weird.
Yeah, so I guess this is common for me on the folate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
is greater than 20 just like the
looks
250 range? Like
looks
that's
like
all it goes up to?
Yeah.
So I have no idea. Okay.
So yeah, and I've been good on my my vitamin B. So thyroid peroxidase antibody. Less than 0.3.
Okay.
And it's about what? About flat-ish.
Yeah.
They're missing some lines, but yeah. Missing some dots. All right. Total T3 level.
In range.
What's T3 again?
I don't remember.
So
is that for the thyroid?
We're missing the PKD. We're missing 2 dates from last year. What is the T3?
Ooh.
Both forms of T3. Too much or too little T3 in the blood can indicate a health condition.
Oh, yeah.
Normal range.
It's a hormone made by the thyroid.
Iodothyronine tests.
So it's for thyroid health.
Thyroid.
Which all those numbers have been in check, yo.
Yeah. All right. And the last one is the free thyroxine serum. We are in range.
Cool.
We're missing numbers for last year, both data points last year. It's a little bit going down, but well in range. All right.
Cool. Good job. Where you at? Where you at?
It's the saddest high five on the internet right there.
I don't want to hurt your ears like my clap.
Oh, gosh, yeah, please don't. I almost fell out the window. Okay, from these little black ghostly figures in this not so dark room. I don't know why it's doing this to us.
Because it's not a strong light source.
Oh, okay. But so those are the test results that were taken in 2021, February 9th. So that's after holidays, where there was some, what's the word? Liberty taken with both my fat and my carbs. And so yeah, that's take that into consideration as well. I'm a little disappointed in the GAD. Not like disappointed, but like it still bugs me. It's just over 250. So I want to be in range with my GAD. I want my GAD under control. But we went up on our C-peps.
Yeah, I'm more focused on the C-peptide. So I would prefer to have improvement in C-peptide and no improvement in GAD. So to me, that's the more important measuring focus for me, at least.
It depends on how you interpret it, right? So like I'm almost thinking with my current experiment with the nebulizing silver.
But they do go hand in hand. Yeah.
They do, but like which comes first, right? So if you have if you get rid of your antibodies, meaning getting rid of your infection first, then the healing of the C-peptides might come second.
Yeah.
Right? Or you could heal your C-peptides and then the infection goes away or something. I don't know. So
Yeah.
like for my current experiment, based on an infectious theory of the map, then I would want to see the autoimmune markers go down first. Or I would expect the sequence to be, you get rid of the infection, thus you get rid of your autoimmune, then your body heals and everything gets back to normal.
So maybe that's what happened. It reduced last round to 130, and therefore it was able to continue increasing at, or even though that the antibodies went back, the C-peptide still improved because there was that gap that allowed it to regenerate or do whatever it does.
Okay.
So it's getting that window even deeper. So getting that antibody number lower so that over that 3-month span, more can regenerate because there's less antibodies knocking it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe there's another PKD quarter in my midst. Oh, look at his playoff beard, guys. You guys doing the playoff beard?
You can't even see it.
It's down here. Look how far down it is.
Can't see it.
All right, guys.
All right.
I think that's it. Signing off. Thank you, Delia, for participating and disappearing and reappearing. Thank you for hanging out with us. So, guys, she laughs every time I make a mistake with my words. It's okay. Don't worry about her. But as you can see, we are not medical professionals, right? So don't do anything based off of this per se. We're just sharing this with the world. This is me on my journey. Okay, we're going to try to find that cure for type 1 diabetes so that it is reversible and no longer a life sentence. And we want to do it with you guys. So if you want to contribute to the cause, and I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about ideas, thoughts, and insights, hit me up in the comments. We'll figure this out together. More minds are better than one. Let's do this together. And I'm signing out. See ya.